Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Shovel Knight. So, you are in a weird position here. I guess the only thing I could have done differently is instead of going up and getting the Pride more keep clear first, I could have come down here, defeated Specter Knight, and then this gate would have been opened and then I could have gone south to that area. But I guess it probably doesn't really matter too much. The main thing to take from this is that we're in this kind of weird position where I don't know I don't know what I'm really supposed to be doing. Can I get up to that, to a higher place? You kinda can. So, what seems like this game, as I'm looking at it, fails at is the idea of just introducing a standard set of enemies and playing with those enemies for an entire world. Compared to Super Mario Bros. 3, you're definitely running into entirely different tile sets, entirely different backgrounds. And see, that would have been something that would have been impossible to do in an actual Mario game like Super Mario Bros. 3 or an actual NES game, because that's just not how things are gonna work. This ghost seems to be nothing. Let me go ahead and switch back to this. So in the last level, we unlocked a few things, and those few things didn't really do anything for us. Now I'm starting to wonder if perhaps the game is trying to be kind to me, or what, or being particularly cruel to me. I can't really get back up here. Interesting. It feels like I should get a stronger jump, but I'm not sure that's ever actually going to happen. Yeah, it's just so weird to have a different tile set and it just kind of tell you that. So I can't get up here because I just played wrong. And yeah, hitting the top of that won't get me high enough. So, we've been fighting these skeletons before, but clearly I've not been doing a good job, and I had such a small amount of gold that what I was getting really didn't matter. There you go. So there's probably another path over here. The one thing I missed was hitting hitting the cross or the section. There you go. Okay. Okay. And so when we're down to this, we can get like 3 hits, and then so that takes a lot of hits. Alright, so we do this, and then we've got to get up here, and then come over here, and we can't jump over the top of the ledge of the system. Great. Now it's just gonna give me another hassle. Like, this is really ridiculous. So the ghosts are clearly just harassment things that will fly around you, kind of like the flying creatures in previous levels, but not exactly like them. Not enough that you can treat them exactly like the other characters. So yeah, I would want just a World 1 fully full, and I guess I would die here. So I have to do this, that, do this, get all of this, and then get this, and then get out of here as quickly as possible. Yeah. There's no time to build up familiarity with this. It's kind of silly. Alright, so I need to hit this twice, and then hit. I gotta kind of do this wave faster. Like, you really don't have enough time to pull this trick off. I have no idea where I am, and this thing is not flashing enough to really help me with that. Interesting. So, So now, of course, I die, and we're back to where we were. Yep. It's hard to not just approach this with the feeling that this feels a lot like a tech demo more than... Let's see, can we even tell if we collected the thing we needed to collect, the music sheet? So he's gonna hit me, and then I'm gonna hit this. So I've got everything, but the question is, can I get back up? I guess I can. But spikes kill me immediately, so all I've done is make this small step forward, which I can't really appreciate. There is a shining thing, by the way. So there was a shiny pool to the left. I didn't fish in there. I don't know if there's an enemy. It looks like there is. So I'm just gonna attack the air until it looks like it's dead. So here's the problem now. We've got a platform that's gonna move, and I'm gonna have to land on it and then just hit it a bunch of times. Alright. Okay. Attacking downward does not work. So I'm having to do a bit more of a puzzle now. Excuse me. So I'm having to do a bit of a puzzle to move this layer downward. So I can, like, just one small section of the game being like this, where it flashes for a brief time, makes sense. But it really doesn't make sense to have multiple sections. And honestly, it could do with a small section where in between each difficult area. Interesting. See, I kind of get the feeling like if I was going to compare this to Rogue Legacy, where Rogue Legacy did have that feeling too, where you needed to take it very slowly and be very careful. There were still felt like there were some sections in Rogue Legacy where it was kind of a calm, relaxed section. So Chester, in the village or out in the field, I have all the deals. I'm not gonna believe what I just found in this chest. Wanna see? Yes. Phase locket for 1,000, sure. Hold up and press B, escape from all harm briefly. You can even walk on spikes. Great. Or it's not press B, it's press X. So is it smarter to try to get the exact angle here? Or would it have been easier just to use the phase locket? We'd seen that there was an achievement around using the phase locket, so there's a certain amount of these things, but I don't think there's a lot. It seems like there's really only 8 bosses with maybe a final boss at the end. So it's very possible that what is going to happen there is Well, I'm gonna die is what's gonna happen. And I guess maybe the flames glow different colors based on how well you're doing as far as gold collected. That might be the case. Right. Can I run just off the edge? So there's the phase locket. I accidentally activated it, not meaning to. And there's another note piece, which I guess I could have done that too. And then I just die again. Notes give us about 500 gold, which it seems like each level is kind of set to give you maybe 5,000 gold in total. So I don't think we'll be doing the final levels and finding a considerably larger amount of gold per level. Maybe the very final level when we fight the sorceress, that'll be the case, but I'm not sure even about that. And so there, like we can see, count this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's at most 12. At most 12 special items that will unlock. I didn't do it right. I pressed the button when it happened. Alright. So this is a paid yeah, that doesn't open any way for me to jump through walls. So what is the trick here? So we've got a ghost that is just gonna annoy us. A thing. I don't have enough. Oh, you just fall through the ground. Okay. Thanks for letting me figure that out, game. That is so inconsistent with what has been going on up until this point. Yeah, this feels like little examples of what a bigger game could be. And I think there are 2 other Shovel Knight games at this point, so in the end they did seemingly add more content and add expansions. But I really have to question if there wasn't just a bit of a lull in games coming out when this came out, because honestly, if there was any indie game, any like regular AAA game, anything doing something new and not just kind of making a clone of half the DuckTales game and half the Mario 64. Alright, so gotta hit this and then hope we land. Where did that frog come from? Alright. So now it's a matter of jumping. And I have to attack downward. So you're just forced to become an expert here. just take that hit. Is probably the best thing you could do. Yeah. And now we have full mana and Specter Knight. There's no place for the living mortal. You shall be summoned when it is your time. And everyone has a time, as we saw with your beloved shield knight. Lies, I won't believe such talk from phantoms. Your very existence is a vile deception. Hee hee, the Enchantress is just full of surprises. She granted me new life, so that I may take yours. So, guess I need to be up here? Let's see. So, almost certainly I'm gonna lose, because I'm having a hard time even hitting once. It seems that spin blade attack is pretty bad. And I use too much mana. So I really can't dodge as well as I'd like to be able to. And I guess maybe the idea is that, let's go ahead and see if we can use this. Nope. It takes out a full health of heart. I was hoping it wouldn't have done that. So I still don't really know what the yellow and the green means. As far as the fire, in a weird way, this is hard. In another weird way, it kind of is easy, because you can kind of take damage and die over and over again. And the only thing that might happen, and this might be the case, is it might just be incredibly unbalanced. So much so that the entirety of the game doesn't have a way to be beaten unless if you play poorly in the early levels. Like, if I literally could not buy any of the upgrades, that might be a problem. I wasn't paying attention to my life. So yeah, if I somehow did very poorly in the last few bosses, in the last few levels, there's a possibility I don't know if I can hit that. Let's see. I'm just trying to cast a spell twice. On accident, I'm casting the spell twice. Which actually probably means I wouldn't have enough to use the chalice even if I wanted to. Which is really what this should be. Well, I used the chalice early. So I might as well get back to this. I'm getting nowhere with it. Oh. And it's not like there's a way to fix this. Like, there's no way to save and exit. I need to be able to jump on the head multiple times. And that's not working. You don't have enough magic, or you're just not fast enough to use the ability. I don't have enough magic right now. I'm not getting anywhere close. So yeah, I just used the ability once there. So clearly I'm missing the pattern because I can only get this halfway through. My chalice is empty, so and nothing else I've been able to find like would upgrade anything. So is there a way to return to the map and take the money and try and just purchase? Just say I can't do this and I'm gonna have to go back to the main area and cheat this, get some upgrades. So it's kind of an up and over process, I guess, for that. So if he's gonna throw that, then he's gonna go something like that. And then here, it's mostly stay on the ground. Oh no, it's the same pattern. It's just now with people in your way. There we go. So I don't think he will summon the skeletons at all if I'm not completely out of health, yeah, I don't think he'll summon the skeletons if I'm not completely out of magic, so I've kind of got the pattern down now, but we are seeing how this could easily become just a nightmare scenario, and this is what I thought was going to happen a lot, is like you can crouch down a little bit, but that's really not enough. I guess maybe when he rushes you, you should maybe jump on his head. No, I still have plenty of magic, so he just kind of gets into that mode. Why does it let me use the same spell twice, though? It's a question I would like to ask. Like, that doesn't seem fair, or like something you would want to have happen. It should just not work. And boy, would this ability need to last longer. Yeah. Alright, here's what we're gonna try to do. You'll lose all progress and spoils from the stage. So There's like nothing you can do. And you can't really progress here either. See, and this is where I'm in that awkward position because, frankly, it's not going to be a hyper rage quit, but we're approaching the rage quit at this point, like, because, and this is what I thought I was feeling when I looked at Shovel Knight in previous times, is that it seemed to me to be a game that's just slightly too difficult for me in particular, since I have a bit of arthritis in my fingers, and this is one of those controller games that's going to be a lot of button mashing and a lot of just frustration. And if I get a second chalice, I suppose that I could then have a chance at refilling my health twice. That's kind of it. So, it's not even worth trying to be invincible. It lasts so little, and I've yet to be able to jump on the head of that guy. Yeah, so this is what I was feeling, that it wasn't going to be a good experience. Is there maybe some chance that this would do some damage? I think the odds are pretty low, and for this to work, I would have to... Would this guy get easier if I didn't catch the money? That seems silly. If that thing does infinite damage somehow, and the fishing rod somehow is the right move, I would be really shocked. So yeah, you can get like one hit that way. And then he'll just summon things right on top of you. And then I'll take a hit for that, and then I'll just kind of not pay attention, so I'll take another hit. Man, you've really got no reach. Yeah, I don't think I'd be fast enough. Yeah, maybe you just have to take this a bit slower. Wait till he decides to attack you. I did get a little bit faster there. Now, if I was to destroy this, checkpoint, I imagine it would just set me back even further. So, I'm gonna go ahead and assume, just for sanity's sake, that one does not beat this guy with the fishing rod. Although, you know what, you might as well try it, because it's not like the other ability is working any better. That did hurt him. But it is getting difficult to figure out where can you do damage, when can you not do damage, when is it just all about dodging, and when is it not about dodging. Yeah. Double hit there. There. So I got him down to 3. 2. Missed. 1.5. Let's see. I can't see him, so even when you think you might win, your odds are low. And yeah, 3 bosses in, and this is obviously what the rest of the game is going to be. I have no reason to believe it would play much different than this. We'll get upgraded armor, I assume, eventually. You'll get things that'll make it slightly easier, upgraded weapons and such. But I don't think you'll ever get to a point where the game gets any easier. If anything, I think you get to a point where the game is a lot more difficult. And for a lot of people, that won't be a problem. But for me, it will be. This feels exactly like what I try to avoid in playing games now. This feels like playing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles all over again for the NES, with its impossible to beat like swimming level, which I think actually is literally impossible to beat. I just don't have time in my life or energy or desire to bang my head against something like this, where you're just in a high chance that you're going to have major frustration. Let's see if I could use if I could use a chalice right then, I would have won. But you don't get your chalice refilled, so unless there's something here. I've not seen anywhere where you could use the chalice to refill it. There's no wells or anything, it seems like, in the levels. So yeah, I think what I want to go do here is, we're about 10 minutes over, and I want to see if maybe we'll just go the full length of seeing if we can actually do this. And if we can beat this boss, yay, but I think that's it for this game. Apologies to the fan and other people who are fans of this game, I imagine, that were telling me to play this and that it wasn't so hard that I couldn't do it. I knew myself to be a little bit better than you did, and yeah, these NES style games feel like NES style games in the way that they have all those problems of being way too difficult. And yeah, you totally are seeing that I'm getting better, so I would eventually beat this, but it would take a sweet amount of time, and I don't know actually if I would ever be able to beat the entirety of the game, but I probably would get a lot further than here. So I need like 2 more hits. So 1 more hit. I'm out of magic, so there we go. And so we're over 5,000 gold, and Specter Knight lost its cloak. We've got a big chest now. So we're gonna sleep and then the chest is gonna be gone. Catch shield hero. Save her. Up. Alright, so we see what's going on here. This is just gonna be... Did I get her? So you're gonna get several dream sequences where you save her, but if you can. So I don't know if it gave me a meal ticket there because it realized I was doing horribly, or what. Yeah, and so there's probably, we've now kind of unlocked 1/3 of the game, and let's see what the Forest of Phasing is. Yikes spikes, if only I could phase away to safety, I could cross to get more treasure. So, I can do that. And that's like a one-time thing, pretty much. Yeah. So this seems like this is a whole other section you'd have to deal with. Yeah. Yeah, it's not going to give you any checkpoints, I bet at all. You're going to have to just mad dash through it. Which, almost certainly it would be a smarter move to... Almost certainly it would be a smarter move to just wait until you have more magic. Seriously, game. Like, even this little bonus section is frustrating. It's not worth it. There, I'll leave. Yes. Like, I just want to leave. And then up here we have Plague Knight over here. We have the Treasure Knight. We have to beat Treasure Knight to get to the second city. This is some other area, Knuckler's Quarry. Here's Mole Knight. And after you beat Plague Knight, there's probably another 4 bosses that are just going to get increasingly more difficult. And yeah, they're spicing it up a little bit here by having us do a scrolling screen. Let's see. I took the high road, which you can't really get everything you need to get because the screen's gonna scroll too much. So you have a little bit of opportunity to get some more gold that way. But not really a lot you can do with the gold. Like, so, of the songs, we've unlocked 2 more below 20, and it looks like 3 more above 20. And then, yes, I could use a meal ticket to increase my life 1 more. But when I was fighting that boss, it really wasn't just that I was 1 life short. It was that I was several lives short. Let's see. So, Fire Wand and Chaos Sphere. An orb of boundless combat potential, give it a good throw. Alright, let's see. So it just bounces around and does damage. That might be very useful. It's almost like a Mega Man strategy that's being done here. I'll try this. So those extra abilities might be useful. Let's see. Then I just activated another dance. I didn't mean to do that. This game has too many dances, too many little animation sequences here. You'd really only see one of these for a brief time after you beat a boss, and that would be about it. In something like Super Mario Bros. 3. It's also fair, I think, totally fair to say that Super Mario Bros. 3 was very well play tested and very well designed in such a way that you weren't likely to run into a scenario where you failed miserably. See, it wants you to stay on this for 5 seconds, and I don't think you could do that easily. You'd have to basically land on this and do this and stay on the right side of it or the left side of it until you got all the way to the edge of the map, and then probably switch to the other side of the map. Yep. And this theoretically should unlock a feat, but it's not. So let's see where we are. yeah, we've got 2 triple chests, we've got 2 other abilities we're not even going to use. If we look at the gear, eventually we would, if we could beat more levels, we'd get a stronger blade and stronger armor and more health upgrades and more magic upgrades almost certainly. We've gotten 12 of 46 pieces of the sheet music and no meal tickets. So that seems like that's all that's in this game. So if you can, I guess, like, how do I say this? If you see all of this and it looks interesting to you, yay. Like I agree, you probably, if it looks like you can really play it, you seem to be fine. If we play like as Plague Knight, let's just start really quickly here and see what this looks like as Plague Knight. Plague Knight seems like he's got all kind of, we're gonna skip the dialogue because yeah, I'm just rage quitting here anyways. It's giving me the wrong prompt. Oh no, I guess that is the right prompt. They changed the buttons on me for Xbox One. Alright. So instead of a so if you hold this down, you can power yourself up to blow yourself up. Like, I don't see anything there. Yeah, this controls horribly. Just absolutely horribly. You have to hold down your charge, then hit A, and then release the charge. So it's 2 buttons being pressed at the same time by your left thumb, which, again, having a little bit of arthritis in my fingers, that's not doable. And then you get down to a point like this and you've got no jump ability at all. Seems like you're only going to get a tonic and maybe a different burst and maybe a different arcania. And you're looking for cipher coins, of which there's 420. See, the question I want to ask is this the same level? But I know it isn't actually. Yeah, this is there's no way I'd be able to play this. This is the same level, but it's totally not doable. And it does have different collectibles. It would make a lot more sense if so notice that has wings on it so you can't blow it up. It would make a lot more sense if you could switch between these characters' health tonics in the middle of gameplay. That would be way more helpful. Is just a way to alright, so yep. It doesn't seem like anything's gonna really change here. Alright, so let's go back to the title screen. So let's see what it's like to play as the other characters. So Shovel Knight's impossible, and it seems to me like these other two characters are specifically designed to be even more difficult. And maybe it's just me, but I don't see anything here that would make me want to get into this game that much that I'd even see it. Like, obviously, I'm rage quitting after the third or fourth boss. Like, that I'm not seeing any reason why I would want to play this all the way through one time, let alone see it through to play through a third time. This guy just walks straight up the sides of walls, which would make him seem like he's useful. And this is a different atmosphere, if not completely different area. He only walks up against the brown walls though, not the green walls. Yeah. What this does show me though is I can now just mark the other Shovel Knight games off my lists, like off my. I have a extensive fall list / wish list of games that I might want to play, and after playing this and getting this far with it, and only this far with it, it kind of is the same level. It's a little bit different, but then it works its way into a different playstyle. You hit just a wall there. Yeah, this guy seems like he might be the easiest one to play. But I don't know. Yeah. It doesn't feel like a lot of stuff changes though. Just a little bit. And I imagine that these extra characters or DLC characters. So you're looking for 8 knights recruited for your keepsake locket, and then 100 red skulls, and then there's looks to be maybe 12 items you'd pick up also. Now, yeah, and the achievements specifically are finish the game with Plague Knight, and finish the game with Specter Knight, and that's like the first feat on the list, and I'm not gonna get that. Yeah. So I'm not a fan of 8-bit NES games that are made in a modern time, because it really is ignoring the improvements in gameplay styles that have happened over the past 3 decades or so. And I totally feel that. Like, there's no easy way to account for when a player is having trouble. So when I was struggling with the boss, at no point did the boss lose health or change up his gameplay style or do anything at all to make it easier. There's no way for me to leave the level and keep the money so I could go buy a health upgrade and try later. I am not nostalgic for 8-bit graphics for new games. I'm not really nostalgic for 8-bit graphics for old games. I really didn't even get too far into this to be very critical of the game, other than to say it's too hard. I was afraid it was going to be too hard. I'm now proven right that for me, It's too hard. It's too much button mashing, too much jumping, too easy to die when falling on the spikes. Super Mario Brothers 1, when you fell down a pit or fell on the spikes, you died. Super Mario Brothers game nowadays, when you fall down a pit or fall on spikes at the very least, you don't die. You drop coins, and then those coins, which frankly that's a concept stolen from Sonic, but Sonic had it right. Like, you lose coins, you get some invincibility frames, you get to recover, you get to keep playing. Had that been the case in this, where you just dropped coins and yet you still were able to keep on playing, that would have been perfectly fine by my standards. And that would have made this game so much easier too. But yeah, rage quit on Shovel Knight. If there's any other game out like this that you think I'd enjoy, probably I'll take your suggestions, but I'm gonna take it with a major grain of salt. Like, and I really don't get it. I don't get why people love this game so much. They probably haven't seen anything like it for a very long time. I will grant you that. But there's kind of a reason for that too. Well, that's going to be it for this series, which really just turned into a mini-series. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos, because that tells YouTube that my videos are worth watching. If you want to friend or follow me on any social media sites, there's a bunch of links down below. And if you want to support me even further, there's a link to Patreon, or you can friend me on Steam and gift me a game off my wishlist. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.